welcome into the Postgame Show here from Jersey City in our John Boy Media Warehouse. Holy smokes, what a game that we just saw. It really lived up to the hype. We had been talking about the brotherly affair, all of the O'Briens in the house, all of the children, all of the parents, all of the sisters, all of the wives were here to see Jimmy O'Brien and Luke O'Brien face off in what turned out to be probably the best game that we've seen so far. A really intense shootout, but in order to get to the shootout, of course, it was our boss and Jimmy O'Brien with the massive goal with about a minute left. But for more on how great this game was, let's get down to the booth and hear from Rosie and Pavel.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much. Another phenomenal, energizing, breathtaking game. Woogas are off to the semifinals, thanks in part to Luke O'Brien and Corwin McCallum. O'Brien, the star, obviously, during the balance of the game with the first hat trick this season. Then McCallum gets it done in an extended shootout. Yeah,
you know, the dual offense from the guys. One guy in the regular in just the game, and then the other guy in the shootout. Both dominating. Let's hear what he has to say here.
Oh, you want to throw to the star of the game?
Oh, sorry.
With
Kelsey? Do we have more to say?
No, I think he's standing by. I mean, I'm out of breath, as you can see.
Yeah,
I've been sweating through my shirt. I think I need a breather. So, Kelsey, take it away with our star of the game.
We do have the star of the game. Now, Luke, was that the most intense game you've been a part of in JM Warehouse history with the shootout?
That might have been more intense than any game I've been a part of in my life. I'm still shaking. That was crazy, that shootout. Yeah, that was scary.
Hat trick for you. What do you think's allowed you to be so offensively aggressive in this tournament so far?
Our team, Corwin, I don't really think I did much on any of those goals. They were all just Corwin took a good shot, made Jake put up a rebound, and I tapped it in, and he made me look good because I had the easy shot, but he was really doing most of the work. So it's kind of easy to do it when you got someone like that.
What does it mean to you when you look over in the stands, you see all your nieces and nephews, you're able to put on a show and show them who the coolest uncle is?
My nieces and nephews were there today. They might be Jimmy's children, but it felt more important that they were there for me. I felt like they were there for me. They might have been in baggage jerseys, but that's just because they haven't had time to buy a Wooga jersey yet. They were there with me in spirit. They carried us to the victory. I love them with all my heart.
I bet you they could say Wooga before they could say baggage.
Yes, that was their first word, actually.
Game 4 highlights are here. We've got Woogas versus Team Baggage. We're dubbing it the O'Brien Bowl because we had O'Briens on the court and off the court in the stands supporting. Luke O'Brien defensively ends up getting it back right off the bat and ends up putting the Woogas up first 1-0. Breezed right past Jake Storiale as he tried to defensively stop that, but Luke was way too fast. So Jeff Kraus had to get Baggage on the board with a half-court shot right past Aversa, and now it is a tie game. So Woogas had to fight back. They had to push back, and that's exactly what Corwin did. He ends up assisting to Luke, feeding him the ball perfectly, and Woogas are back up 2-1. But that wasn't enough for Luke. He had to score yet again. Another assist from Corwin, ends up getting another one past Storiale, and the Woogas are up 3-1 with 3 minutes left. That's a hat trick for Luke, and we think this game is over, but Baggage has a lot more fight left in him. Kraus ends up feeding Sam the perfect ball, and she places it right in the back of the net. Baggage is only down 1, so moments later, what happens? Of course, Jimmy O'Brien ends up stealing it and scores to tie this game. That is insane. This game was action-packed, so now we've got a tie game. We're going to a shootout. Sam ends up scoring, Corwin ends up scoring, Kraus ends up scoring, Lauren ends up scoring, Jimmy ends up missing, and Luke ends up missing, Jake ends up missing, Lucas Aversa ends up missing. Sam tries to shoot one, she ends up missing, and Corwin ends up scoring, pulling out the victory for Woogas. What an absolutely insane game. Let's hear from Baggage on this tough loss.
The shootout got really intense. Where does this rank for you guys in intensity in warehouse games?
Tied for third.
Worm Burners was a big one.
4 other games, I'd say. We've played in semifinals and finals, so.
Yeah, Woogas haven't. The family reunion aspect adds a little juice.
That felt like 3 games in one game.
The shootout was too
great.
Yeah, you got to give respect to Baggage there.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a battle.
That was crazy.
That
they
comeback,
didn't let up.
If we lost that game, that would have been devastating.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to our opponents, or even I haven't known their existence at all during these games. But last year, there was banter and some fun. This has been because both the teams we play are just run and gun. I think looking back on it, I'd rather play McFlurry and We Got Ice as our first 2 games. Can they at least slow the ball down? It's tiring. And one slip up with Luke, and he creates a shot and scores. So,
those of you who are not a part of the O'Brien family, did you guys feel like the tenseness of the whole family being here?
On that third goal, I felt it. I feel like you're like not him.
It's like my mistake to Jimmy through my legs. I just like crumpled my soul. It's like 10 years of getting beaten up on by him all over again.
Sam, I can tell that you're really down right now. What's going through your mind?
Just bummed that we suck and we lost and that I played bad and that I lost or I missed that shootout that I should have scored so that we lost, and just a million reasons, getting that penalty. I mean, the list goes on.
good fight though. Yeah. We tied it up. That wasn't that because we were hurting. I was fucking tired and we were down 2.
Yeah, it was tough too because we knew, and now they're kind of in that spot that we were like, we have to go all out so that we don't have to play another game. But if we ended up losing that, we just wasted all of our energy that we had for a second game too. So it's the scary part about going to overtimes in these first games.
Sam can do her whole Sam act. Oh, yeah. Each one of these players scored a goal. I did not save a penalty shot today. That's the difference.
So understandably, 2 completely different vibes in those post-game press conference. Wooga pulls out the really big win. The confidence has been there. We didn't see the dance as strongly as we did in the past few games, but man, they're feeling really good. You can only build confidence off of that exciting win, and it was such a bummer to see our girl Sam Taskey that down because she has been such a force in this tournament. But of course, her boss and Jake really took a lot of responsibility there. So good to see the camaraderie on that team. Obviously, the one team that returned all of their players this year, they'll hopefully be able to fight back in this tournament. But they wouldn't be able to fight back in this tournament if it weren't for our friends at Shady Rays. You guys, we tell you about them all the time. You want to gear up for the season ahead with quality shades that are built to last, folks. You want to try for yourself because over 250,000 5-star reviews. You know the story. You break them, you lose them, they're replacing them. They're not going to break the bank. They look good, and we have our own John Boy Media collection on the website that you can check out as well. So make sure you guys go to shadyrays.com, use code FLOORBALL. That'll get you $25 off each pair, including those custom shades that I'm talking about. So all of us in the warehouse have some really nice shades. We also have a really nice girl down on the floor in Paxton, Elrod, as she gets you ready for the big game between We Got Ice and LoveYas. So Pax, I'll get it to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. Yes, Game 5 is about to start. We got LoveYas and we got Ice. And let's just say their interviews got a little weird, got a little cold, and got a little squished.
You guys are 0-1. How are you going to pull out a victory against that team? Because We Got Ice is pretty good.
I think it's all about our defense. We adjusted our defense midway through last game, and it really worked for us. We had a really competitive second half of that game, and I think that's what it's about. If we get that under control early on, we'll be good.
I want to talk to you guys about this trap game. So you approached Dalton from LoveYas and said, this is a trap game. What do you mean by that, and were you trying to insult him?
No, I think we're the better team. Dalton said we're the better team. But they play really physical. So if they get like a 1-0 lead, it's going to be really hard. So I think that means it's a trap game.
This is kind of like our Civil War. It's a We Got Love game, you know, between We Got Ice and LoveYas. So that's kind of cool. What we got to do, it's all smiles, all love. When we get on that rink, score some goals, defend some goals, catch some love and W's.
I mean, I don't know how loving they were getting how chippy got at the end of the game. I don't know if they matched their name. Their energy was high, and as he was saying, they got some size, so we're going to have to deal with that, but it's just a good start. Like, we were really happy with how the game ended, even though I should have buried some chances there. But as you said, we hit some posts. I think we played well overall. We literally just have to do the same thing, and I think we'll get a good result.
Now, the interesting part is that they have already titled this game before the game actually starts. Now, Zoe is calling it a trap game. LoveYas is kind of taking that as an insult, but they're happy about it. I'm not really sure. The vibes were weird. Let's just say it's going to be a good game, right? All right, let's throw it to Jolly Olive for his olive pick.
we got a classic warehouse matchup. It's the LoveYas versus We Got Ice, both in search of their first win of this tournament, coming in 0-1. Let's stop down on the LoveYas first. Nicky Cass, obviously the face of this team. They need him to play better. He led the team with 11 shots attempted yesterday, but he had the fewest shots on goal of anyone on his team at just 2, and that obviously came with no goals scored. If he's going to be the lead striker, they need him to convert more often. Dalton, he let up 2 straight goals to start the game in the net, but then after that went 13 of 14 in save attempts, so he really improved after a very shaky start. But they're going to need him to be solid from the beginning this time around, because We Got Ice means business. Zoe and Reagan, they combined for 24 attempts yesterday, just 9 shots on goal, but they were absolutely spamming shots at the net, so Dalton's going to have to be on the lookout for that. Jack in the goal, he had the worst save rate among goalies yesterday, which is a big shocker. He saved just 2 of 5 shots. That's a 40% save rate, the only player below 50%. He's going to need to tighten it up, or else LoveYas is going to have their way.
Oh, it's the start of the second period out here. Drew Davis embarrassed me yesterday. Lucas Diversa embarrassed me today. This LoveYas We Got Ice game is out of control. The stands are losing their minds. Woo! Woo! Send help! Send help! Let's go, We Got Ice. Back to you.
Pavel Barber, We Got Ice taking on LoveYas, a pair of winless teams so far, but I feel like they're in totally different places. LoveYas searching for something offensively. We Got Ice, they feel like they've really honed in on something, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think We Got Ice was moving the ball around. They got an absolute bomb in Reagan Russ there on the shot. Looked like they know what they're doing. Yeah, LoveYas kind of searching for a team identity, how they're going to play style-wise. Didn't really have a system. Figured it out maybe a little bit late, but they'll have to figure it out quicker this game.
Yeah, and how do you do that when you're a team that's just kind of thrown together? In fact, you're shaking hands for the first time for the most part, and then you got to go play a game together. Offensively, what do you do?
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a game to just make mistakes, mess up, and then have a conversation after. I did see them talking earlier, so I think they'll have a little bit of a strategy this game.
Both these teams looking for a little bit of momentum. Give me a winner.
Oh, I will definitely go with We Got Ice. Without a question, didn't have to think about it. They are definitely winning this game.
I hate to say this, but I think this is going to be the largest margin of victory that we see in any of the regular season.
I thought you were going to
games.
throw me a hot take there. I was like,
what?
Yeah.
Wait.
like LoveYas was going to win?
What should I do my Skip? Do you even know who Skip Bayless is?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
You do?
Of course.
So I could do my...
That loudmouth. Oh, God, dude.
I think...
the size.
We are going to have... That's a terrible
I hate that guy.
But you understand
Brutal.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, hey, Skip, keep counting your dough.
Yeah.
I ain't going to hate on you for that.
Yeah.
All right, Paxton.
Yeah, Rose, it is it's an interesting choice when it comes to my prediction because I don't want to say it too loud because Nicky Cass is right there, but I'm going to go We Got Ice.
So make it a clean sweep for We Got Ice. That means LoveYas, you definitely at least have a chance. We will see you later as the ball drops inside the Jersey City warehouse. Floorball 2023